I think probably my biggest issue is that what I believe is best for Tesla isn't actually the strategy being employed by Elon. And what I think is best for Tesla is to be focused on selling great EVs that can drive themselves versus completely pivoting into this robot and robo-taxi business because they're struggling to sell cars. Because what we're seeing now, which I suspected to be true earlier, is that the deterioration of the EV business is really, really bad for Tesla, and it essentially is an EV business. And so hoping that robotaxi and robotics is going to be a revenue stream and let alone profitable anytime soon is really just not going to happen. And so as Elon said, Tesla's in for some pretty tough quarters ahead. And with the ending of the tax credits and all this kind of stuff, I mean, this is all bad news.
When you say it's not going to happen anytime soon, what do you mean by that? Give us your own timeline here.
Well, we follow Waymo very closely, and we think that Tesla's 2 years behind Waymo as far as the development of their robotaxi. And now Waymo is scaling and being quite successful at charging, the right amount for rides and generating enough revenue that it's meaningful. So I think it's at least 2 years, right? So where Tesla's at, for them to generate any revenue at all of meaningful ability will take a couple years. And then from a profitability standpoint, we don't even know if that business is going to be profitable with all of the competition that's coming into the robotaxi business.
So you said yesterday, you reminded us that you've been selling shares of Tesla. I think there were reports too in June that you sold about $60 million worth of Tesla shares, and you cited the waning confidence as you're laying out here in the company's future. Are you selling more? What's your exposure at this point?
Yeah, we still have, on my last 13F, we had over 200,000 shares. Right now we're holding a little less than 200,000 shares. So we continue to sell the stock. We have a lot of diehard Tesla clients that you have huge gains because we bought the stock at, like $2. And so, people aren't that excited to pay taxes. And there's still this possibility that Elon could change course and really do the things necessary to fix Tesla, because fundamentally Tesla's a great company. Most, if not all, of Tesla's problems are self-created because of the CEO, Elon Musk. It's not that Tesla's core business has some big problem. It's actually the opposite. The CEO is the problem, which is super unique. So that's why I'm loath to just be like completely out of Tesla. But on the other side of the coin, with the valuation where it's at, and basically we think they're not going to be profitable next year, the stock needs to move meaningfully lower in my mind before I would buy it.
How low? What's meaningful?
Well, I don't know if any of the analyst estimates for next year are right. I think they're all vastly overstated. But even if you did $3 of earnings next year at 50 times earnings, which is NVIDIA's multiple, you'd be at $150. And then you put some premium on the Elon Musk robot premium. Maybe you put on $50, $100. So you're at, $200 to $250 a share is where I think Tesla should be.
Okay, $200 to $250 a share. Right now at $303 a share, down 8.8% today. Hey, Ross, in the past when we've spoken to you, you've been really critical of Tesla's board. You've been critical of it on social media as well. The board does include folks such as Kimball Musk. It includes James Murdoch. Most recently, it added Chipotle's Jack Hartung to the board. Are you any less critical of the board now? Do you think the board is doing its job?
No, I mean, I think there is no board. I think the board is Elon Musk. And so the board is just, it's like a weekend at Bernie's, it's like a bunch of bodies that they put at a desk and Elon tells them what to do and they do it. This Jack guy they just put on probably had no idea what he's getting himself into, and he's in deep now. So I don't actually think the board of directors cares about anybody but Elon Musk. And I think investors in Tesla know that at this point. And that's why we're ultimately sellers, is nobody actually represents retail investors, which still own 87% of Tesla. So it's really a unique situation. And I expect Tesla to buy XAI at some point for probably $200 billion, some outrageous price. And I think that's the next thing that will happen. So, there's no question that the merging of these businesses seems to be on the horizon.
Hey, before you go, I definitely want you to have you weigh in, Ross, on what President Trump put out on social, that he denied he was seeking to ruin Elon Musk's business empire as retribution for the dispute over the president's signature tax law. What's your read on this? Might this be helpful to Elon and Tesla? We just got about a minute 10.
No, Trump's just being the bigger man here and trying to, act like he doesn't have a tiff with Elon, because he's so mature or something. But the truth of the matter is he's already done what needs to be done to destroy Tesla by taking away all the subsidies and making EVs much more expensive. And so, he doesn't have to say anything anymore. Elon's dug his own grave, and he's going to have to figure out a way out of it. So Trump doesn't have any reason to look bad or grind an axe, and Trump's playing Elon like he has the whole time.
30 seconds. We have talked with you about your Cybertruck. We talked about others, that you have owned. Would you buy another Tesla? Do you still like the cars? Just quickly.
I do. This is the whole issue. I've looked at so many other cars to buy, and I want an electric car, and I want a great electric car, and I still think Tesla makes the best cars. And Rivian, I have a Rivian too, so I think they're a close second, and they make a great vehicle as well. But I just haven't been compelled by any of the other vehicles, EV vehicles out there. And so, I still kind of like my Cybertruck, and
I know.
I can't sell it anyways, but Tesla makes great vehicles, and it's a great time to buy an EV before the discounts go away.